With the union's inspiration through the workers' blood shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? For the union makes us strong.
Get a commitment from him. Not just words.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out. We really appreciate the support this morning. Again, I was quite shocked when I pulled up here and see all the people. And again, I'll do my best at yelling because I don't have a microphone. And my name's not Ken Loenza. But again, they're inside. Duncan is here because somebody just come and asked me that question. Duncan is in here meeting with our people right now, buddy. And I'd appreciate it if everybody kind of hangs around until we get this meeting complete inside. Again, everybody, thank you.
Right on.
No, I want the dictating to stop and our representatives to represent the people.
Hi, folks. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you for raising... I lost my voice. I've got a bit of a cold. But I can assure you I won't lose my voice at the finance minister's meeting next week when we talk about pension adequacy. I can tell you that. What I can say is this. I thank you, first of all, for raising public awareness about a very serious issue. And to those in our community who are worried about their pensions, for good reason. You had an undertaking, and those undertakings should be lived up to. And I've undertaken with the leadership here to continue to work with them to find solutions to the challenges that are here today. I want to give you my assurance.
Well, let's see you live up to it. These guys say one thing and you do something else.
Yeah, you get your pension.
Well,
be respectful.
Actually, we don't have a pension.
You don't show us any respect.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
So, first of all, the Arthur's report has a, and I don't know, the guys and I talked a lot about that. We had the Arthur's report commissioned a year and a half ago. I received the recommendations in December. We've just ended a period of consultation on the recommendations. I will be introducing legislation in the fall responding to those recommendations. Those recommendations are designed to protect people's pensions, okay, and to give us a better regulatory climate. We have a problem, not just, and folks like you who have pensions and have contributed and worked hard for those pensions should have greater security knowing that that'll be there. And I agree with you on that. And we agreed on that, I think it's fair to say today. And I've given my undertaking that I'll continue to fight for that. And the first example will be the legislation I bring in this fall on the Arthur's Report and 142 recommendations. Beyond that, and like the CAW particularly and others have always fought, not just for their members, but for people who don't have pensions. And we have, as a country and as a province, we've got to have a more meaningful debate about pension adequacy. Only 30% of us even have a pension. Next Sunday, I'm attending a meeting of finance ministers from all over the country. And one of the key items on that agenda is pension adequacy. We have to begin to talk about that, not just for those who have a pension, but for those who don't have a pension. This is about all of us and all of our families. There are going to be some tough decisions in the next few months. Big, tough issues that need to be addressed. How do we pay for that insurance? How do we insure? How do we give you greater security so no one has to go through what we're going through right now again? And those are going to be tough issues, and I think we've agreed to keep up that dialogue. I'll be introducing legislation in the fall that will address many of those, and I've agreed to meet again prior to introduction of that legislation. The CAW, by the way, has had a lot of input into this up until now and will continue to have input. In terms of the next 2 weeks, our government's immediate goal is to keep GM viable here in Ontario as well as obviously in North America. And we're in a very critical juncture right now. And I don't know where that's going to end. But we're going to continue. And we're not going to let this die. We commissioned this Arthur's Report a year and a half ago, and these things are really complicated. And I don't expect the average person, I don't even listen, this stuff's really, really complicated stuff. But we have to talk about this, and we have to legislate better protection. And so I've given these folks my undertaking to do that. And we will come forward in the fall, and we will have the opportunity at that time to debate this. In the interim, we've got the governments of Canada and Ontario have $3 billion on the table for General Motors, and we're hoping, and we're continuing to negotiate. My deputy minister's in Washington today. The CAW is negotiating with General Motors Canada today. The United States, I believe the UAW and General Motors are finishing their negotiations today. We're going to keep focused on that for the next 2 weeks. And we will find a way through this. All the answers are not there. This is something none of us has ever lived or ever expected to live. But I think if people like you keep the pressure on people like me, we'll get through it. And I give you my
Work on the rich! Work on the rich people! It's right. Work on the rich people,
I want to, on your behalf, people. And obviously the retirees that were in their meeting with Mr. Duncan, and I want to say very clearly that we appreciate his commitment here today to all of us and to every other pensioner in the province of Ontario that he is committed to find a solution to the problem that we're all faced with. So I commend Dwight Duncan for that, and I just hope that the rest of his colleagues in government agree with his commitment as strong as it is today in Windsor and Essex County. Thank you very much. And this government is the only government up to this point that has commissioned had a commission on pension reform. That was tabled in February of this year. There was a whole lot of input that was put in there by CAW and other people, including CAW, other unions and other people, general people from the afraid of being in their face, so to speak, in relationship to try and make sure that we get people concerns that are going to be face-to-face with people that are making those decisions. That's the only way that the political process works. It has to work by those that are affected, and that's why the retirees are here.
When the union's inspiration through the workers' blood shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the